Hey Chicago golfers, in this video I want to help you with the most important shot in golf. Some of you might think it's the putter because it's the one that we use the most. It's 40% of our score. Some of you might think the most important shot is the next shot because we're trying to stay in the present, not focus on the past or the future. But I think the most important shot in golf is the driver. When you hit good drives, the rest of the game is easier. If you can't get off the tee, it's going to ruin your whole game. So follow these steps to help you out with the big stick. So step one, we need to visualize and conceptualize how this driver needs to hit this golf ball. The driver's the longest club, so when we set up to it, because it's long, the angle of the shaft, it's the flattest it's going to be in golf compared to a short club or a wedge where it's more upright. Now, because it's flat, it means that we have to deliver the club at a similar angle. So when we're hitting good drives, I'm just going to put a visual aid here. We need this driver to approach at a very shallow and smooth angle. Things that ruin the driver, all right? When a player starts coming down steep and vertical, okay? We don't want to be so shallow where we're not going through the ball. We always want to be able to hit the tee. The ball is sitting on the tee, and to get the sweet spot, we got to hit the tee. If you miss the tee, then we're catching it off the bottom or the edges of the club. I know a lot of golfers are trying to just pick it off the tee. I want you to hit the tee. The way that you could set this up, you could obviously put an alignment stick in the ground, similar to the angle of the shaft. But what you could also do is just take an alignment stick and point it towards the target, and then take your driver head cover and just place it right behind that golf ball. And I put two tees together here. So if you ever get to the course a little bit early, they don't have a range, throw a tee or two in the ground, all right? And then we need this driver. It's going to be coming through smooth and shallow, but it has to go through. I want you to be able to hit the tee. I don't want us to come up. I want you to be able to make your swing and hit both tees into the screen. So we need something shallow. We need to hit the tee, and we need the club to go through the golf ball. So now that you understand how the driver should be moving through impact, we have to create a good setup that allows that smooth angle of attack, all right? From the side view, we need to still have good golf posture where our hips are back and our arms are hanging down and we're balanced. Can't tell you how many people come in, with a driver, kind of spine up, hands up, because it's a longer club. They end up hitting it on the bottom of the golf club. So even though it's a driver, it's going to have the same kind of, from the side view, the same kind of tilt, hips back, arms down as an iron. That part is the same. Where it's a little bit different is from this front view, and this is where we're going to have a ball position. We're going to keep it pretty neutral. We're going to have it right on the inside of our front foot. I want you to take your feet from shoulder width apart. We're just going to go a couple inches wider. All right? Now this one's really important. I really want us to make sure that our belt buckle and our chest would be pointed at the driver head. What happens when I do this, we start to create this very small amount of spine tilt. A lot of times players will put the ball more forward in their stance, okay, and then it looks like this. They have their belt buckle and their chest pointed out in front of the ball. I'm setting up for a slice. I'm out of balance right now. So what you could do, look at yourself in a full-length mirror, get your hips organized, belt buckle and chest at the driver head. You could put your right arm just on your leg. Let it hang with dead weight. If your shoulders are square, your arm's going to hang pretty much on that leg. You could give yourself an inch of tilt, and now we're ready to go. So many people focus on this part with the driver, and then we look at them from the side, and they're just standing straight up and down. So give yourself a chance by getting this really good driver stance. Now that you're standing correctly, let's give you a very simple backswing idea to help you with the driver. A commonality that we see with all good drivers of the golf ball is that they have a wide, low, core, shoulder-driven takeaway. You know, so everything's kind of moving together. We're winding up, you know. Killers of driver, just kind of lifting the club up or tilting like this. It's not going to be smooth at the bottom. So when you're watching Tiger, Rory, all these really good drivers of the ball, they make it look pretty smooth. You know, I'm taking this, this guitar pick, I'm putting it 1 foot behind the ball, 1 inch inside of it. Okay? Now, when we're setting up, we want to visualize the driver just going right over that. When you move as a unit, you'll notice that my hands aren't doing anything. I'm not rolling the face. I'm not lifting the golf club. The club just stays looking at the golf ball. So that is definitely one of the keys to being able to have some success with the driver. And then check this out. This isn't even a big swing. I'm just moving as a unit. And we come through, we're getting something out there. That's not my full swing yet. We'll get to full swing here in the next part. But if you could just get that first part of your swing, all right, without manipulating or lifting, all we have to do is bring it right back. So let's definitely get that one-piece wide takeaway with the driver. Now, last idea here with the driver, it's going to be downswing related. You're starting to make this good backswing where we feel together, one piece, core driven. You know, when we make that motion, the club gets into a good spot at the top. But it's the bringing down of the club that's really important. You know, the way that we bring it back is together with our shoulders, but then we want to be able to just unwind my lower body, my belt buckle, and bring the club back the same way. Where players really get in trouble is when they start with their shoulders, or they're trying to hit the ball with their hands and arms, and the club comes down steep. Another way that players get in trouble is that they'll go back, and then all of a sudden they'll just rise and they'll lift, you know, and they end up topping the driver like that. You know, we'll see players just get disconnected. So a commonality that we see with good drivers in the downswing is that when they finish their swing, they're finishing and still getting their weight all the way to this front foot, like there's a line coming up from my left heel. So all these good drivers, they're wide, they're together, they unwind the same way that they went back. I'm not going forward with my head. It's almost like there's a pole that is my spine that we turn around going back, and then we unwind coming through, but you still have to, you know, go through and get to that finish. So I like to think shoulders back, belt buckle through, you know, to that pose. You'll see a lot of really good drivers of the ball. They're able to kind of pose at the end of their swing. Even Scotty Scheffler, he gets the feet going, but his weight is going forward. He's not falling back. We do not want to make these downswings shoulder, spin. We want to get to that line. All right, so just start to get comfortable building that good stance. You'll have a hair of spine tilt. And then see if you could just really keep it together. You know, and then I'm kind of posing at the end. I got to my front foot. So be patient with the driver. There's something about this club that makes people really tense up, get really quick. You know, they hit all their other clubs good. They put this club in their hand. They start standing differently. They start making these different moves. It's going to be a similar swing and body pivot to the other swings. The setup's just a little bit different. So good luck with the driver. Get this going. The rest of your game will be easier.